Hey fam, welcome to class. Welcome to Intuitive Strength. Well, today's Intuitive Strength with a friend. That's Ariel. She's joining me for the Sufferfest, and yeah, I really like these classes because it gives you two perspectives on how you should do it and not how you should do it, how you can do it, and how you attempt to do it. And the best thing is, I don't tell her what these videos are. This is like a first time for you and for her. So she's scared out of her mind because she knows I'm crazy when it comes to these things. But today, we're going to play with trust falls. And trust falls are, as they say, like you're trusting yourself while falling back. And you're going to use a lot of core, a lot of, quads, a lot of hip flexors to bring yourself forward. So all you need today are maybe blocks or any objects. Two blocks are nice, or something that you can kind of stack on top of each other. I like blocks because you can stack it and then you can take another one out and you can play with it. And so at the moment, keep the blocks off to the side. You don't need it. And come on to your shins. You're gonna have to be on your shins on this one. So if being on the shins is a bit tough, like take your time to like kind of warm up and build into it, because you don't have to be sitting on the shins, but you're gonna need time on the shins. So come onto your shins and start to kind of ease your body a little forward, a little backwards. So just waking the quads up, you're pushing the hips forward, and if you're coming into this absolutely cold, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The body's going to take a bit of time to wake up, which is perfectly fine. Use your hip flexors to pull you. You can even make like a bit of a wave of sorts. So you kind of tuck the tailbone, you sit, and then you use the stomach to kind of lift you forward. The toes can be untucked or tucked. It's your choice. Maybe tuck the toes for a moment. Notice if you go a little further back. Untuck the toes. Notice if you come forward. You can even, sit down on your heels and push the hips forward. So sit down and then push the hip forward. Just notice if that feels any different. So you're kind of adding that little wave. And then sit down for a moment. Take your hands behind you. Take your legs in front. Pull the toes back. Fingers can be pointed back. And try and push the knees forward. And then you come down. So the knees go forward, and then you come down. You can adjust the toes. You can bring the toes further back. You can take them all the way in front. It's all good. Just opening up the hip flexor. Adding a bit of strength into your stomach. And now, as you come forward, drop the knees. And take your hands in front of you. And try and float the knees an inch off the ground. So your toes are on the ground, and you're trying to float the knees an inch off the ground. So your hands are forward as the knees are floating. Fail at it, enjoy it, have a moment, sit. You can even lengthen the toes, lengthen the feet. And then try that again. So bend the knees, you're on your toes, and you're trying to float. Again, this is just a warm-up, all right? This is just a warm-up. Find the balance. Find the balance. Find that trust. Take the hands forward. Float the knees off the ground an inch. Wiggle and wave, and you fall. And let that go. Oof. Hopefully the front body's awake. You feel awake? Lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the blocks. We're going to stack them. So I'm taking one block on top of the other. I'm doing a bit of a stack. So this is going to be a bit of a test, all right? You're going to have to figure out where this goes in relationship to your body. So come onto your shins. And now the goal is you're going to try and touch your head to the block. That face. You're going to try and touch your head to the block. All right, so you're going to take your hands by your chest. This is where the trustful aspect comes in. Again, this is just a reference point. It doesn't have to go all the way. So you keep the structure in your core, and you lean in, and you come back. I was definitely too far back on that one, so I'm going to scooch an inch or two. And as you can see, I'm using my core, trying to touch my head, and then I come up. I think I skimmed that one. How you doing? You good with it? You might want to scooch a little forward because it's touching your back. So you got to do this a few times. You got to kind of take your time to like adjust and see where do you land, and then you kind of lean into it, and then you kind of feel. Or maybe you drop the blocks. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, oh, oh. If you have a friend to help you, that always helps quite a bit. You must scooch a bit forward. You want to try it again. And this one's no joke, all right? This one's no joke. It is tough. It's quite intense. However, the more you build, the easier it gets. So I'm going to remove one block. I'm going to go to just one block. Again, if you feel like you're ready, you can try it. Keep the chest upright. Lean down. And come up, right? I've been doing this a few times, so don't worry if you don't get that close. Nice. Pause. Pause. The rickshaw has to pass. So then I do a little cut and then I'll come back. Yeah, you can say that on the video.
What are you gonna say then?
So no. This is a fun class, so it's okay. Okay, let's go. So, well, we're gonna keep playing with it. You can keep adjusting, taking out the blocks. And how's your knees?
It's dying.
It's
My knees hurt so bad.
So the idea for that is if you want to get the weight of your knees, you want to press your shins and ankles into the ground. So the top parts of your ankles, you want to press them. The more you press your shins into the ground, the more you squeeze your glutes, you push your hips forward, you get that control, and then you take the pressure off the knees, right? So lean into it. I'm just going to adjust the blocks. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. And now use the glutes to lift you up. Wonderful. You see the difference, right? See the difference when you add everything into it. Maybe you don't even need a block, right? Maybe. Once you're there, you activate the glutes, press the shins, you go all the way down, and you come up. Block, no block, 2 blocks, a Lego staircase, whatever you want to play with, take it. I'm gonna take 1 block away. Let's try. You got this. You got this. She got this, right? It doesn't matter where you go. And if you have a friend to help you with this, it really helps. Because the friend can keep adjusting the block while you go. I'm behind you, so don't worry. Use your core, squeeze the glutes, and come up. So that's it for today. Like you can see, you have multiple variations to play. I don't like to do any sets or any fixed numbers to kind of approach this because I like to let the body kind of adjust and decide how far it wants to go, how far you feel you want to push. But like you can see, it starts building with a sense of, holy shit, this is not going to work out, to like maybe touching the block, 2 blocks, and then eventually it's like, okay, 1 block is maybe possible. And if maybe a year down the line, you don't need a block. It's just one of those things, we explore, we try, we test, and we see what shows up. So, if you have a friend with you, that really helps. Otherwise, happy trust building. It's a fun exercise to play with. So, thanks for practicing. We'll see you in the next one. My name's Varun. That's Ariel. Thank you for practicing with us, and we wish you a wonderful day. Peace.